everybody, welcome back to the channel. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. This video I'm going to talk about ReZero. Because ReZero, I've been watching ReZero as it comes out, and it's been fantastic. It's been one of the best anime I've watched in a long time. And I like the character development in this series is great. I think Subaru Natsuki is not a likable guy. I don't think he's supposed to be. I don't think he's likable. But he definitely has grown to be more likable, if that makes sense. And like the stellar cast he has around him right now is just incredible. Like they made Beatrice likable too. I didn't really like her at the beginning, but like her character development. You got Amelia there. You know, she's very good. Then you got you got the lady that keeps calling Subaru Master. She's like amazing. She's super strong. Then you have the Master Swords guy. He's there. He's pretty cool. And they're going through like the trials and stuff. And I absolutely love it. And then you got Rem and Ram, which I can't really tell the difference between the two. I'm pretty sure Ram is the one that is out for a while, but like this series is just incredible, and like it is one of the staples. There's like 5 isekai anime that just, you know, because I feel like isekai is slowly dying. I feel like it's been slowly dying for like the past like 5 years, which that is a topic to talk about, where a genre of anime got as big as isekai got. Isekai dominated for like 10 years. It was like 90% of the shit that was coming out was isekai. Now it's like 40, and it's a change, but like there are like 5 isekai anime that are like the best of the best. My favorites, this one's getting really close to being at the same level as Konosuba is for me, which Konosuba, in my opinion, is the funniest anime I've ever watched. ReZero isn't that. ReZero is a really good watch, don't get me wrong. And like, you know, the ability to have to come back from the dead is something that like I don't think most people have that ability to like start over. I don't think most people understand how much that would probably fuck with you. Like you watch yourself die over and 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 over again. And then he figures out that the death isn't the solution, and then he's got these like abilities and stuff. And like then imagine you come back and you lost all your memories, and you're like, why the fuck does everybody love me? I'm a piece of shit. Because that's what's going through Subaru's mind. Because Subaru is not like, you know, not the most likable guy, and he knows that. He knows he's not, you know, a 10 out of 10, you know, stellar guy to be around, and a 10 out of 10, you know, best person in his series. Like he knows he's kind of a dick, and he knows he doesn't understand why like Amelia's in love with him and Beatrice is, but like all these women are just falling in love. He's got this massive harem of women just, you know, all wanting him, and like he doesn't understand why, and he has like these problems with some of these people, and he doesn't understand what's going on. And like I love that is stellar writing, because it would confuse the shit out of Subaru, because as I said multiple times, Subaru isn't the most likable, lovable, great dude on the planet. And like the trials they're going through, like how is he going to be one of the greatest swordsmen of all time? How are they going to move on in the trials? Is he going to get his like that one chick that calls him master, to like help him? But then I don't know if she could even beat him, because he's playing with chopsticks. Like, and like all the deaths Subaru's had in this part have been gruesome. Like the one of the more recent ones where like he like fell down the stairs and like exploded. Like that shit was incredible. I really want to go back and rewatch this entire series again, and then watch the new episodes and see if stuff falls apart, because I feel like I forgot a lot of stuff that happened. But like Subaru, his biggest asset was the comeback. He thinks is the death come back from the dead thing, and like he can't keep relying on that ability. And I like how that he figured out that he can't just keep relying on that ability to come back, and he keeps making mistakes. He's a very flawed character. he's the opposite of most isekai, protagonists that are like overpowered as shit. Like, he is, he knows that too. He knows that, like, he's not this overpowered monstrosity of a person, and he feels like he has to get back to his old world to save his mama and his papa, help them. But he was this shut-in loser in his old world. Now he's got all these people around him, which not all of them like him, but all of them have a reason to trust Subaru and believe in Subaru. And Subaru doesn't understand what he could have done to these people to have them do that, to have them believe in such a hearty way that he is going to succeed in everything he does. And he has all these powers. No, he doesn't have, he has some powers, but like, he's beaten like the Archbishop of Wrath, or he's beaten like archbishops, and like he met with a bunch of the witches, and like, he is the knight of Amelia, and he is going to help her and bring her to the glory that is. But then I feel like a lot of the times when he comes back from death, he's the only one who grows as a character, and I feel like a lot of the other characters kind of miss out and are what's interesting. And I'm like, the whole murder thing, sorry, this is spoilers for the last episode, but the whole murder thing where it ended up being him. It's him going psycho, but like, I don't really like that. Like, I wish it would have been somebody else. But then he can't trust anybody besides the bird, because he believes that, they're out to get him. And I'd be like, I would too. If I was, sorry if you hear my cat, she's with me. She's kind of being loud. Anyways, if I was Subaru, I would believe the same thing, that like, why are all these people like flocking around me? Why are all these people, doing that? But like, ReZero is just so good at telling stories and telling the story that it is one of the top 5 isekais of all time. And I think there are always going to be about 5 that are like a step above the rest. But like, I've watched probably half the anime I've watched have been isekai, and like half of them are absolute like slop. I'm like, this is different, this is unique, this is, I love an isekai, I love a harem, I love a romance series, and it's not easy to watch, Subaru basically be a fucking loser this whole time and somehow succeed, even though he shouldn't. He's not an overpowered protagonist, because he doesn't want to die. Like, he feels every single one of those deaths. He feels every single one of those deaths, and he remembers probably most of them when he didn't have the amnesia. How painful it is to die, because I can't imagine dying being easy breezy beautiful summer girl. Like, he is having to deal with all the emotions that come with death, and he has to deal with all the animosity towards that, and he doesn't understand why he's here, but he's going to make the best of it as much as he can. And he is 100% for making Amelia the queen, and like figuring stuff out, and I don't know. This is just such an interesting anime. It's such an interesting premise. It's such an interesting ability. And I think that's what's missing in isekais nowadays, is they're all the same fucking stupid shit. Where it's like, oh, this guy comes into this world, gets some max ability, and is overpowered. If you're going to do that, in my opinion, you should do what Slime did, which is make Rimuru Tempest an interesting character. Make his world interesting. Do what they did with fucking Rudius from Mushoku Tensei. Like, he's the most unlikable character of all time. And you got people out there, you got stans out there defending this man for some fucking reason. Like, I'll never understand that. I don't know how you can watch Mushoku Tensei and say that he was a good character. He wasn't. He isn't. But they played up a lot more in that. And I'd be like, I feel like Subaru is an incel. Like, I like the incel loser guy, but he's not overpowered. He's not, he didn't have any of these weird ass abilities besides the come back from the dead thing. And like, he has charisma coming out the wazoo, but then you could tell it's all a facade. It's all a character he plays up for when the cameras are rolling to make people want to follow him. And he definitely plays into it. And I'm like, I feel like now in the series he plays into it a lot less when he wasn't, he didn't have the amnesia and stuff. He played into it a lot less. He wasn't, he wasn't the, guy he is now. He wasn't the, he wasn't the guy that did that. He wasn't the guy that, played into the whole role. And he doesn't play the whole charisma thing as much as he did. And now that he had lost his memory, I feel like he's going to play into it more. Even though he's slowly unreeling the curtain and going insane. And I'm like, I would go insane too. Like, I think any normal human being with the pulse would fucking go insane if they were in Subaru's position. Because watching yourself die and then come back to life and then realizing it has no consequences, but feeling that pain and then having these people you have no idea who the fuck they are around you constantly, and you don't understand why they're around you, and you don't understand any of it, and you have to make the best of it. Like, that has to be painful. Anyways, that's my thoughts on ReZero, and I hope you guys have a good one. Peace.